So they offered this guy named Emmanuel Tagoe, and he's pretty good. He's not the worst fighter, for sure.
He's not the worst fighter, but I thought Ryan Garcia only wanted to fight the best.
I'm moving forward with my career, and I'm ready to face the best.
Devin Haney, he's going to be that opponent. Of course, I want to fight him. I'm a man of my word. Let's go, Tank! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, Tank! Let's go! Bang, there we go. He's out.
Get the f out of here, man. Please. Please, get the f out of here, man.
Hey, yo, you can get mad at Ryan Garcia for the hypocrisy, or you can be honest with yourself and understand Mr. Garcia is following the tried and true boxing promotional strategy. Something that I call the S.T.A.R.T method. First, you hype yourself up as the best. Next, you trash talk the other perceived best fighters. Then, you never actually fight those fighters because they're either dodging you or your camps couldn't agree to a deal. Step number 4, and this is where Ryan is at right now, you fight a rando and you beat them convincingly. And last, but certainly not least, you protect that 0 in your loss column and stay profiting. Rinse and repeat. Floyd Money Mayweather did it, Jake Paul is doing it right now, and can you blame him? This is prize fighting after all, and the S.T.A.R.T method flat out works every single time. Anyway, a lot's changed for Mr. Garcia since he last stepped in the ring 15 months ago. He had a mental health breakdown, he got some new tats, and more importantly, he got a new trainer. Ryan split from Canelo's camp and trainer Eddy Reynoso from Moyagua, Zacatecas, a place I'm very familiar with, and your personal opinion about Ryan likely influences how you perceive this boxing divorce. If you hate Ryan, then the dude committed career suicide by leaving the side of the best boxer today and an elite trainer. You probably also believe Ryan doesn't love boxing and he's more in it for the clout. And if so, to quote the late, great, marvelous Marvin Hagler, it's tough to get out of bed to train at 5 a.m. when you're sleeping in silk pajamas. But on the flip side, if you like Ryan, you probably think he wasn't getting enough attention with Eddy, who prioritizes Canelo, a guy who's staying busy and fighting 3 times a year. Spoiler alert, guys, both opinions can be true, because more times than not, the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Ryan probably isn't anywhere near the commitment level of Canelo, but at the same time, Eddy might not be the best fit for Ryan either. I mean, Eddy only speaks Spanish, and Ryan doesn't speak Spanish. That's already problematic, and that's loco, man.
Things happen for a reason. If you want to be great, you have to learn from the very best. And there's times that you're going to change trainers.
For once, Oscar De La Hoya might be talking some sense, because Ryan's new trainer, Joe Goossen, is the real deal. He's trained Sugar Shane Mosley, Amir Khan, and one of my personal favorites, Diego Chico Corrales, and never forget this all-time moment.
Worse now. Get inside on him now.
Goossen's number 1 order of business, in my opinion, is to teach Ryan some defense and any semblance of head movement. Yes, Ryan has elite accuracy, speed, and explosion with his punches, but it comes at the expense of leaving himself wide, and I mean wide open.
He wants to. Oh, the 10 sits the kid down.
And that got him dropped last time out when he actually fought a guy skilled enough to exploit those weaknesses. Our first look-see at Ryan under Goossen will be against Emmanuel Tagoe. Unless you're well versed in Ghanaian boxing, you've probably never heard of Tagoe. I sure as hell hadn't a few weeks ago.
Who the f*** is that guy? Who the f*** is that?
Let's go to the tail of the tape and see what, if anything, we can learn about this guy. What immediately stands out on paper, to no one's surprise, this seems like a complete mismatch. Ryan's taller and 10 years younger. He's a massive betting favorite to win at almost 115 odds. There's so much unknown about Tagoe that I couldn't even find his actual reach online. The tail of the tape doesn't paint a pretty picture for Tagoe, but what about his actual fight tape? I scoured YouTube and watched like the only 3 videos with his highlights. And Ryan's right, he's not the worst. He has some speed, not Ryan level, but you know, it's alright. But man, I can't help but notice Tagoe loves him some loopy punches. Look how wide some of these hits are, man. When you don't fight tight like Tagoe does, you leave yourself open for counters, which plays right into Ryan's strength, and that's his counter left hook that's floored so many previous opponents. The only advantage Tagoe has over Ryan is experience. I mean, the guy's 10 years older. You would think he's got the ring IQ to possibly out-strategize him. Or so I thought until I heard him drop this gem.
Me, I don't watch boxing. Ask my coach. If you ask me, I don't know any boxer. I don't watch it. My coach told me, hey, this guy, he have left hook, he have this. I said, coach, you know me already. Don't worry about this guy left hook.
Yeah, this dude's gonna get dropped. I'm predicting a 5th round KO for Mr. Garcia. And Ryan, what do you think about that?
Me and Tagoe, he has to go.
I'm too old for this shit.
Let's call this fight what it is, a tune-up fight for Mr. Garcia, which makes sense since Ryan's been inactive for so long. My thing is, couldn't you have cherry-picked a fighter that doesn't have a longer in-ring layoff than you? Tagoe hasn't fought since November 2020 either. Anyways, I cannot wait for Ryan to call out Tank Davis in the post-fight interview, and then in 6 months, beat some other tomato can in true starter method mastery. That's a wrap for me, Chicos, but it would be too sweet if you subscribe below. Final word, RIP, Scott Hall. We'll miss you, Razor.
One more for the good guys. I am numero uno.